All right, my friends, welcome to episode 152 of Prof and Dev Play Games. Over there is the Dev at Summer Speak, and I am the Prof. Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
at Prof Plays
Prof.
Games. So you had a good weekend at Ren Fair.
I did. Well, it rained. Originally, we were going to go on Saturday. That's why we're recording on Monday, because originally Saturday was going to happen. Woke up that day, and the forecast said rain. Well, in the middle of summer in Washington. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't a little rain. It was absolute downpour. Like, summer rain, thunder, whole thing. So, yeah, we decided not to go on Saturday because of that.
Did they close it on Saturday?
No, we talked to them whenever we were there on Sunday, and we're like, well, what happened with this rain? Because it lasted like an hour. They said the people were just kind of like, just piled into the tents, and everyone got cozy and friendly. They said overall the vendors were pretty happy with it. They're like, everyone was coming to the booths and
buying shit.
Yeah, pretty much. It was bigger this year than it's been in the past. They definitely expanded. There was a bunch of new vendors and stuff there, like a big 40 by 60 foot tent doing D&D. A game store just showed up and we're like, we're going to put up giant round tables and we're going to let people sign up for hour and a half long adventures with pre-made characters. Go. And it was packed the entire time I was there on Saturday.
That's awesome.
Just packed.
Could you tell if there were like Critical Role fans there?
Some, yeah. You could definitely hear some people talking about Critical Role. Always. Like, that's been such a huge boon to D&D, just from a standpoint of people can watch that and kind of get a sense of what it is. It's not as this mysterious thing anymore. Kind of can see how easy it is to play.
Right.
Because I can see it being pretty intimidating if you're new to the whole thing, or just the concept of like, what is this? Like, I know I have a character sheet, but what does that mean?
Well, and I always approached it from the point of view of the books that were just like, it seemed very dense to me, but very exciting. But I was like, I can't possibly keep this all in my head, so I don't know how I would go about playing this game. Yeah,
and once you see it played, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I'm listening to I'm on episode 28, 29 now. I'm almost caught up. It makes a lot more sense to me now.
Yeah. The table I was at, I got to play at one time. Middle of the day, my wife took the kids and let them do some of the stuff, and she's like, just play. Like, do a thing you've been wanting to do. Just playing a game for a while. So sat down, and it was a number of us that had played before. One person was completely new to 5th edition. And then, like, I would say a middle school girl who just asked her mom, she's just like, I just want to sit and play this one time. And so it was a couple there, like, helped her through her first time playing as we were playing, and explaining, like, yeah, you can just do what you want here. Like, you have these things, like, do what you want. Like, that's the freedom of it. And you could tell as she was shy at the beginning, towards the end of it, she was starting to be a lot more confident in her decisions and what she wanted to do.
Right.
And so that was really cool. Hopefully it was a good experience for her. So,
did someone play the Dungeon Master or Game Master? Or?
They just it was from the game store, or volunteers from the game store. They just ran people. So that's
cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So they can kind of keep the flow going.
Yeah. Awesome. They did a lot more where they did most of the describing, which makes sense for the type of campaign that they're like. Yeah, just the one-shot adventure thing, and especially different people of different skill levels, just and different people of different how comfortable they are playing these random characters. So they did a lot of the like helping you interpret the role. If you wanted to, I was able to embellish at different times, and I had a guy at my table who was playing a Goliath fighter who was called the Boulder and was doing his best Macho Man impersonation the entire time. It was incredible.
Oh yeah,
yeah, basically all the time.
That's great.
It was a lot of fun. It was an enjoyable time, and yeah, the Ren Fair was really good. Got to see Geralt. I sent you pictures of that.
Yeah, so, I'm very excited to see that.
There was just a dude that I can only assume who was on horseback in the joust. I can only assume he's Geralt, like cosplaying Geralt, because he looks exactly like Geralt.
That'd be really crazy if it was just some weird coincidence. He's like, who? Geralt who?
Yeah, I just have long gray hair and a ponytail with two long swords on my back. Yeah. And
very characteristic
armor that looks very similar, and yeah.
Yeah. No, sure. He was probably, I'm sure he was cosplaying.
Yeah. was a fun. It was a fun weekend though. That was
awesome.
It was the best time I've had at it in a while. I think the kids are older. There's just I didn't know if we'd have enough to do for an entire day, but we totally did.
Awesome. Man, the last time I went to a Ren Fair was when Skyrim was coming out. Like the first time, not the 12th time. So since 2011, I haven't gone to a Ren Fair. So I'll have to find one because those are fun to go to.
They are. I'm very curious. Take your wife to one.
Yeah, she didn't go to the last one, so I doubt she'd go. She's not very interested in any of that kind of stuff. So it's time for me to go and be nerdy by myself or with my friends. So
that's true. I'm sure you can get a couple of your friends to go.
Yeah, God. that would be not very hard to do.
You're like, come on.
Yeah, they would go for sure. If you guys are listening, yeah, we'll be going to a Red Fair again soon, I hope. Until then, speaking of friends, fun with friends, the Smash Direct happened, and boy oh boy was that a lot. I got everything I ever wanted. Like I don't need a single other thing. Yep. If that grayed out mode is actually a story mode, I don't need anything else. So I'm going to just kind of talk about our general impressions and then go through kind of the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It was so much. Like I was expecting some small things, not just. Let's go through it. I mean, they open it with Simon Belmont, and I'm like, well, that's going to be the big reveal. No, we're just opening with that.
Well, and what a great cinematic that was with
Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi basically dying at the
Not
hands
basically
of death.
dying.
Oh,
they
dying.
Just straight up killed him.
Right. Oh man, the Nintendo characters are getting screwed in these reveals. Like Mega Man and Mario and whatever else all got killed in the Ridley one.
Yeah.
So opening with Simon Belmont, I was just like, and the night before the music had leaked on the Nintendo Direct page, so people were like guessing because of Bloody Tears or whatever it was called, that it was going to be Simon, and then just to see it, I was listening because I was watching my daughter, so I was just listening to the Direct, but I was so happy. I've been wanting Simon Belmont for so long, and then he gets revealed, and they reveal his Echo character, which is Richter, who I've never in my life heard of.
Nope, I'm like, I don't know that character.
Yeah, not at all. Like it's not Trevor, not Alucard. I guess Alucard's going to be an assist trophy.
An assist trophy, which we should mention right now. Your other character, an assist trophy, Shovel Knight.
Oh my God, isn't that great? Like,
I'm just like, this is the Direct just made for you.
Yes, like I was hoping that Shovel Knight would be playable, but it's okay because he's in the game, like a Western indie character. So the first Western indie character in this game. And it's so great to see. And actually, a couple days after, they announced that Shovel Knight's going to be playable in Rivals of Aether, which is like a melee kind of clone platform fighter. So he's kind of in a Smash-like game, and then he's also in Smash Brothers. Yeah. And then, speaking of characters that I wanted, it closed with King K. Rool, which I just lost my freaking mind. That was like the best trolling I've ever seen Sakurai do. King DDD or whatever.
Yeah.
And then K. Rool just comes up and just smacks him upside the head. Oh my God.
Okay, now you got all these reveals. Great. Are they done with character reveals? Are there more?
There are more because Sakurai even said they're not done yet.
Of course.
So people are speculating there's a couple more, but based upon the fact that this one had 5, there were Simon and K. Rool, and then there was Richter, Dark Samus, and Chrom.
Yep. As echoes.
Yeah, as echoes, exactly. Which is awesome because I don't know why, considering I've never put much time into any Metroid game, that the Metroid characters are my mains. Like I love Samus, Zero Suit Samus, and now after winning that little mini tournament at Comic-Con with Ridley, I'm a big fan of the Metroid characters. Is there one more Metroid? Oh yeah, Dark Samus. So
yeah, now Dark Samus.
Dark Samus as well. Yeah. But the reveal of the characters was great, but also they revealed like tons of assist trophies and stages and the music. There's like 800 tracks that you can listen to whenever you want.
That was ridiculous. So like, yeah, just you can turn your screen off and just listen to music. It's all the video game music you've ever wanted.
This is just like obviously it's a love letter to video games. This series has been for the last couple iterations, but man, it's just like a museum.
300 stages, over 300 stages.
Yeah, because 103 with the Battlefield and Omega variants. Yeah. And you can play as 8 players on all of them, which was not true in the Wii U version.
And what do they call it? That morphing between stages?
Yeah, the morph, stage morph, they called it. which is crazy because you can choose 2 stages and then halfway through it just turns into the second stage and whatever. But just the amount of stages, it's 103 right now with not counting the variants. And there were only 56 in the Wii U version. So if there are more stages to be revealed before December, we could get double what we had.
Because they said it was every stage ever, right?
There are 2 stages from Smash 64 that are not in it yet.
Oh.
And that's Planet Zebes and it's Sector Z. Those 2 are not in it yet.
Okay.
I assume they will be, because why would you leave 2 out?
Yeah.
But they're getting up there.
I mean, there's a reason this thing's called Ultimate. It's just everything. Like, is there another Smash Brothers after this? Does there need to be?
I don't think there needs to be. This could just be the platform, right? Unless it, for another console or whatever. But it is Ultimate. Everything they put into it in this direct, like the modes that competitive players and even casual players have wanted for a long time. Like their stamina mode is going to be a stamina battle is a standard mode. So instead of the stocks or the time, you can it's like a regular fighting game where you have your stamina meter, then you're dead. It allow you to choose stock as your default rule set and save it, so you don't have to keep changing it, which was what in the Wii U 3DS version you had to keep changing it to stock because it wanted you to play as time, which was really, really annoying. There's also a final Smash mode where you charge it up instead of hit the damn Smash ball, so you can have no items on and then turn your final Smash bar on and then slowly build that up as you play, which is going to add a lot more variety to some of the competitive scene, but also just I don't really like to play with items, but I like Final Smashes, so I really like that addition. And then just the tournament stuff, like all the different ways to play with friends, like the tournament mode, obviously, but also what is it called? Squad Strike? Where you choose 5 players and they choose 5 players and you just play until one team's left, basically. You lose one character and you bring in the next one. Yeah. And then I forget what the other one was called, where you play your character and then when that round's over, you go back to the select screen and those characters are grayed out. Yeah. Smash down. That's it. Yeah. Fuck that. There's so many modes. It's unreal.
Yeah. And then they grayed out one, which is story maybe, or I can only imagine it as story at this point, because this seems like it has just having everything in it. So I think story mode would be expected, a single player-ish kind of mode.
I can't imagine them doing something like Smash Run or one of those modes that was like a single player experience, or multiplayer, whatever. It was a different mode, but it wasn't the classic story mode. It wasn't the what was it called? Subspace Emissary. And for them to tease it like this, they know that's what everyone wants. So it has to be story mode. I just had no other guesses.
It was just ridiculous overall. Like, it just kept going and going and going and more and more.
Well, and then you got like Rathalos and the Majora's Mask Moon as
the
assist
Rathalos was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, the moon was pretty ridiculous too.
I thought the moon was pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
You're like, you're not avoiding this. It's coming for you, guys.
It's just like, compare this to the E3 presentation of Smash, and this was just like so much better. Well, much more better. That's not even English. It was better executed than the E3 presentation by a million miles. And now there's speculation. Did you see the speculation about the chairs in the background and the couch?
No.
Okay, so in the last Direct, in the background, there was a rope ladder and a barrel. And then this time, King K. Rool got revealed. So in the background now, there's weirdly placed purple and yellow chairs. And on the couch, there's these pillows that are in the pattern of very reminiscent of Skull Kid. So people are speculating the next ones to be revealed are Skull Kid and Waluigi, which I think Waluigi was already announced as an assist trophy, so I don't know about that, but people are just going crazy with the speculation.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it could be anything.
Yeah. I mean, King K. Rool and Simon Belmont are in this game. Like, it can be anything. I have no idea who's left, what's missing. People were talking about like Golden Sun character, like Isaac from Golden Sun.
Oh my god!
You know,
they haven't touched Golden Sun in forever. I doubt they will, but
they based the speculation based on this Direct. There was a scene with Rathalos and 2 characters facing him, and it was the exact same. Like, if you look at the cover of Golden Sun, I think, or one of it's the exact same like picture, but with different characters. And they're like, oh, it's a hint that's coming. And it's like, that seems like a stretch, but at this point, who knows? Could be anything.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected any Monster Hunter stuff to even show up in the game. So,
right.
I don't know. That's where I'm saying, I'm like, really at this point, it could be anything from pretty much any company could show up in this game. At this point, I'm like, could Master Chief show up? Sure, why not? Like, they just walk across the street from Nintendo of America to Microsoft, say, sure, let's make this happen.
It's got to be Banjo-Kazooie if they're going to have something from Microsoft. I can't see. Fuck, who knows? Yeah, you're right.
It could be. They have Snake in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, never mind, because I thought about Snake, and I was like, well, that's about as off the wall, like not fitting as possible. Like Snake just does not fit for me.
No, not at all.
And he's in there anyways, so okay.
And I would actually say even the cloud that they chose, the Advent Children looking cloud, doesn't fit for me either. In the style, it kind of, him and Bayonetta don't fit for me.
Yeah.
They just don't fit the style. They never have.
Right.
But I'm like, they're there. I guess we're getting.
Yeah, I was surprised she made it in the game, but that's, it's not super iconic. But she won the Smash ballot that one time, so that's why she got in. I got two questions for you. One is about echo characters, and the other one's about like who the fuck else is left. And I guess we'll take the who the hell else is left first. Like, if you think about like iconic video game characters that are not in this yet, obviously. If you're thinking about Microsoft or Sony, I think there's a lot. Yeah. But thinking about ones that would play ball with Nintendo, like who is there? Who's left?
Do we have any Resident Evil characters in here?
No.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Like Chris Redfield.
Redfield, Jill Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the iconic characters. And then whoever I can't remember the main character of 4 was, because that was such a big game on the Wii.
Oh yeah,
because it came out on the Wii first,
right?
And it was really good. So that's one franchise that I've thought of. I'm like, it's kind of strange that Capcom hasn't brought any of those characters over, or they've thought about maybe they consider it too violent, but I don't know. Again, I put Snakes there. Those games are super like not in Nintendo's wheelhouse.
Right.
Yeah, Bayonetta is not either at all. What else would be in there? Like, that's the one big one from Capcom.
I feel like they're really harping on this heroes and villains theme. Like, we got Ridley, we got Dark Samus, got King K. Rool. I feel like there's something from Mega Man that we could still get. Like, I don't know if Dr. Wily makes sense, but maybe one of the Robot Masters. Yeah. I can't really think of an iconic Robot Master. Like, they all seem iconic to me, like from Mega Man 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Dr. Wily. I don't know. It's just, I'm thinking like, well, Q*bert's not in the game. Like, well, Q*bert is iconic, but doesn't really fit. But then again, Pac-Man didn't fit, and Pac-Man's in it. It's true. Maybe Q*bert's an assist trophy, and I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, do you have Pac-Man? These old characters.
Even Nintendo characters, like who's left? Like, Waluigi, who hasn't really... Toad. Where the fuck is Toad? I know Toad is with Peach and her...
Yeah, do they have Toad as a fighter, or is Toad just an assist trophy?
He's not even an assist trophy. He's just like part of Peach. Like, it's her down B, I think.
There we go.
Pulls out Toad and does like a little spray. I would love to see Captain Toad as a character. That'd be nice. Although he doesn't jump, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Man, I don't know. And the other question was Echo Fighters. Thinking about who is on the roster now. Like, what other Echo Fighters could they have? People keep talking about Shadow as an Echo for Sonic. Yeah.
I bring up Snake. Could be Raiden.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'd be super easy.
Little Mac could be like Glass Joe or Bald Bull or some other boxer from that game.
That'd be easy.
Paper Mario. I don't know if that would be an Echo or its own
thing. Do they have any? I mean, when I go to like Mario, which I have to look again. What Mario is in the game? Is it like a much traditional looking Mario, or is it Odyssey Mario?
It's Odyssey Mario. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they could Echo Fighter him to different Marios.
That'd be kind of cool.
I feel like people would be fine with that.
Yeah.
Because they're echoing Link to different things. So
Right, you got Young Link and regular Link and
Toon Link.
Toon Link. So many links in this game.
I know.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And I wasn't that excited after E3. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this game, but I'm not like frothing at the mouth like I was for the Wii U version. Now I'm at like a 10 right now.
Well,
Like,
they've shown you that this is a lot. This is more than just the Wii U version. That
yeah, and
they're not just like, yes, they're taking everything they did for the Wii U version, but they're putting way more into this.
Right. It really feels like its own game. And up until now, I was thinking it was, like 80% a port. But now it's like, no, this is not a port at all. This is like a new game, new stuff, like its own game, its own modes. Like these modes are going to just add so much to the game.
Yeah.
God, I cannot wait.
Oh, I can't wait either. I mean, it's
Are you getting it December 4th, I think. We're having a little party when it comes out with some friends to play locally. That'd be fun. But you're going to get it relatively around launch or at some point?
I'd have to see. Like, the December time for myself is hard because I have a feeling that people will be like, don't buy yourself things. Like,
yeah, wait for Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
3 weeks away. Less than 3 weeks. But I think I have it pre-ordered already, so
nice.
We'll see. Because I want it. And
yeah, I'm looking forward to playing you.
Teach my kids. You'll destroy me.
I'm not very good.
It's been so long since I played.
I just love. Oh, okay, well maybe, but I just can't wait. I imagine at 70 characters right now, like they could add no more characters, and I would be just happy as hell. Yeah. But they've got to have another 5 in their pocket, I'd imagine.
I would love it if they just didn't announce, like, they may announce a few more, but then there's like another half dozen that they never announce that are just there whenever you get the game. When people start
that would be great. Well, the way they've got it is you start with the original 8 and then you start unlocking characters. Like, to go from 8 to unlock 75 that's crazy. That's a lot of unlock.
This game, well, they're doing it. They're keeping it up. Big game every holiday.
Well, if I'm going to get one first party Nintendo game this year, I guess that's going to be the one. Like, that's going to make up for all the all the ports basically that I did not pick up.
And your Fire Emblem delay. So you get Fire Emblem, then you get this, and then you can get Fire. But then I now look at them like, why they're like, we should just delay Fire Emblem. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so much to play. I mean,
there's a ton to play, and if this is the game you're going out, like, I wouldn't want to put Fire Emblem up anywhere months around this thing. Like, right. just hold that, and so I'm okay. I'm okay with them saying, you know what, we'll allow 2019 to have its big game as well.
Speaking of Fire Emblem, I think this is the first time where they announced a new Fire Emblem character for Smash, and people didn't lose their minds. Because they had a bunch of other ones already, but also he's just an Echo character. So,
yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. I'm gonna lose so much time to this damn game.
You only have August now?
3 months, 3.5.
3.5 at this point, yeah.
Yeah. I can wait.
That's coming in fast. Holy cow! I
have Hollow Knight to tide me over.
Yeah.
Although I'm rapidly getting to the end of that.
So I mean, we can transition to what we're playing.
Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna. Yep. You might hear in the background the AC is kicking on. It's gonna turn off in a minute.
That's fine. It happens.
But why don't you start and I'll mute my mic.
Okay. So this week, Earlier this week, Dead Cells hit its 1.0 out of early access. It launched, I think, on all consoles as well, including Switch, but I mean, I have it on PC. So I saw that, was like, fine, let's pick this up again. Started a fresh game, and yeah, it's Dead Cells. From when I haven't played long before early access, and maybe it was since it's halfway through early access. So dug deep into that again, doing a bunch of runs, getting used to the flow again, realizing this game has so much more than it did in early access when I played.
What's new about it specifically?
I'm getting new weapons. There's new... the way unlocks is still the same. You collect cells. Whenever you get between stages, you can dump the cells to unlock new recipes, and so it's new items you can find when running. But then it starts going into, there's new NPCs in this area these between stages areas that allow you to reforge stats on your weapons or any of your items. You can just say, I want to re-roll statuses on them. I can spend cash to upgrade them. There's mutations now, and every time you get to one of these, you can choose a mutation. And it's things like items have three different colors now, like red, purples, and greens. And so whenever you upgrade these different stats that are associated with them, damage increases for those type of items and weapons. Mm-hmm. So mutations are also under those same color code, and they do things like after you kill an enemy, your damage is increased by X amount for 15 seconds. When you kill an enemy, you get 3 health. Plus 30 life, straight up, just plus 30 life.
Holy shit, those sound like great upgrades.
There's just tons of, and you get to choose one each time through, and I think you have a max of 3 right now, and I'm pretty sure there's ways to unlock it so you can get have more mutations. And the thing is you make a determination on kind of what you want based on what items you have and like what color of the stat you've raised highest. Which really does depend on like what items drop and kind of the different builds you're going for. So there's a whole bunch there. So each run kind of is a little bit different from that, and which things you want to take. And of course, recipes drop that unlock new mutations. So I've unlocked like 2 or 3 new mutations that I played. I'm pretty sure there's just hundreds of items at this point and weapons. It's an insane amount. It just seems unending.
Well, then on a run, what you find on a run, it unlocks for the next run, or just you find
the blueprint, and then it unlocks the ability to spend cells, your currency that you're gaining, to unlock it in the game. Mm-hmm. So you can pick and choose what recipes are most important for you, like which ones you want to start seeing in the game. So I mean, it's still roguelike. You die, and it's very random, but it's also, because very random, it makes it very easy when you die just to be like, I'm just going to start again. Why not? There's always something new to find.
That's what I remember about it, was when I died, and I was like, okay, I'm going to quit. I'm like, well, one more. And then I did like one more like 15 times in a row.
Yep. And I feel like there's a lot more to see now. I made it, I think it took me 4 runs. It took me 2 runs to beat the first boss again. It took me another 2 to beat the second major boss. I would say these will stomp people if they don't know what's going on.
Is it like Rogue Legacy, where once you beat them, they're gone?
No, they come back. Certain ones are gone forever. Okay. Other ones come back. They're there every run, so you have to fight them. So I actually made it to the final level in one of my runs. Just got annihilated in the final level. Like I didn't even get to the boss. It's just the trash in there just wrecked me because I'd never seen it before. I had never got that far in the game. I was just had a good flow going and good items set up, and it was just, I was doing great. And then I got to that thing and was just like, oh shit, new guys. I don't know their moves and what they're doing, and it was like 10 seconds. I was just toast.
Right.
But it was fun. But as you go through it, you beat certain bosses, you unlock new abilities that allow you to access different paths. So from the first area, you can go into kind of like a forested area, and once you beat one of the bosses, you can make vines appear in that first area and go to the sewers instead. And then from the sewers, there's another boss that will allow you to, I think if you beat them, you can get a rune that allows you to use these teleportation stones, which then gets you into like, I think there's a graveyard and some like a church or something you can go to. So there's a lot of content in this game. I can't wall run yet. There's supposedly, I've watched people wall climb, and that's an ability I don't have. I don't even know how to get it. There's a number of just like core abilities that I'm like, I don't know how you unlock these. And once you have those, you can find certain rooms that I've seen certain paths that I'm like, I can't take this path because I don't have this ability and I don't know where to get it. There's ways to like get an ability that you can just like destroy floors. Like certain spots and floors will have a rune on that you can just like stomp through. And I know there's entire parts of the levels that I can't even get to yet.
Well, this was a game that we bought in early access on Steam, a year ago?
Yeah, something like that.
was it $20, $15? What was it?
I think I got it when it was like 15. It's like
I think so too.
It's 25 now.
25 now,
and I think it launched at 20 just as a launch discount. But
right.
They've increased the price during early access. Like every time they do like a major patch, they increase the price.
I kind of wish that Team Cherry had done it with Hollow Knight, because they're stuck with a game that's like, I'll get into it pretty quickly, but I put a ton of hours into it, and there's still I could put double the hours into it for $15. Like I wish they would have charged more. I'm sure they're happy.
But yes, I'm pretty sure they could charge more for how much content seems to be in that game.
Right.
But I also think them charging 15 was, from a business standpoint, pretty savvy on the, like, a lot of people will buy it, not even thinking about it.
That's true.
They see it as good value.
Right. I definitely jumped because the price was not crazy. I think I probably would have jumped as quickly for 20 though, but 25 I probably would have bought. It's like Dead Cells. I thought about rebuying it on Switch, and I was like,
yeah. But as I saw some articles, performance on Switch doesn't seem great right now. Like it can't sustain the 60 FPS.
Oh, okay.
Which it holds.
Well, I have it on
Steam
Steam anyway, so yeah.
And I think it's PS4 and Xbox One as well now. I think it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think it launched everywhere.
So I mean, I recommend. I'm having a blast with it. Still seems like so much content, and it's really is. I just die, and I'm like, I'll just play another. I'm done, and then I kind of get out there. I'm like, well, let's just get some cells out of the first area, and of course that just goes into like, well, I just got to keep going, right? Can't stop.
Right. There's no reason to stop.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's when I have time playing games. That's what I've been playing. That's the one. So, sounds like you've been putting Hollow Knight time in.
Yeah, so nothing but Hollow Knight for last week, and I've just been just naturally just expanding the map and breaking into new areas. I found a new place that I hadn't gone to in the east called I think the Kingdom's Edge, and then within there was another secret place that I just randomly found. I smash every single wall that I find, so I just run into a bunch of stuff. So it was the Hive. And this was a boss that I was telling you about that I had to rage quit, basically. I just put it down. I was facing the Hive Knight, if anyone listening knows. It's a pretty difficult fight, and I probably ran. When you die, you go back to the last bench that you saved at, and the bench was a good walk from this guy. So you had to fight through the area again to get to him, and then fight him. So it's a long process when you die. You don't just restart automatically with this boss, at least. And I probably fought the boss 15 times, and I was like, it's 10:30. I gotta go to sleep. Fuck it. Put it down. Next day, picked it up. First try. Just obliterated him. And that's just how it happens so often for me, and I think a lot of people too. You're hitting your head against the wall on some problem, video game or otherwise. Sleep on it, come back, and you just solve it.
Yeah.
So last night, so I was expanding the map naturally, and then I got to the point where I was missing 4 or 5 charms, didn't know where they were, so I started looking at a guide online and said, oh, go here for this, go here for that. And it was just places I happened to overlook. So I started filling in my charm collection that way, filling in the map that way. I'm missing 2 charms now. I have 40, so I just need 2 more. I think I have 40 or 38. I need 2 more to fill out the collection. And I was thinking, I know there are 3 endings. I know how to get them. Maybe I'll do just the first ending, because then you start back at the bench before the last fight after you beat it, and then you can continue on, do post-game stuff. So I texted you a picture of me starting to fight the Hollow Knight or something like that. I think that's what it was. 1 minute later, I beat the game.
Yeah, no, you texted me very quickly between the hey, I'm going to do it, and then... oh, I beat it. I mean, it was 2 minutes tops.
Yeah, it was the easiest, one of, if not the easiest boss fight in the game, which makes it a little anticlimactic, except for it's not really the end boss. It's the end boss for the not the mediocre ending. There's a terrible ending, and there's a good ending, and both of those are based on fighting the actual real boss, which is inside the Hollow Knight's mind. So you fight his dream form, and that's the actual hard final boss. So the Hollow Knight itself isn't, I don't think, supposed to be that difficult. I mean, obviously people die against him, but I just had the correct sequence of charms. I had 10 little buzzing enemies around, or 10 little buzzing I don't know what even to call them, things around my body that attack anything around me. So that was attacking while I was able to heal and jump up in the air, and I just face tanked this guy. I just got right in his face and just started smashing him, and then I'd go away and heal and then come back. It went so quickly. I was just so surprised. So then I rolled credits, beat the game, and I got to 93%. I was thinking I'd be like in the 70s or 80s, but I got to 93% completion on my first run in 37 hours. So now, because of DLC, there's a total of 107%. So now it's the slog to get to the last 14%. And I think I could probably get up to 100% in the next 5 hours. And then the next, I don't know, 9% after that would be a lot harder. So, yeah, I don't know. This game is, I don't know what it is about it. I don't like collectathons that much, but I want to fill out every fucking part of this map. I want to fight every single boss. I want to collect every single thing there is to collect in this game. And I don't think I've had that feeling in a game. Like even The Witcher, like I didn't do every quest. I didn't get everything. I barely did any of the armor sets or anything like that. But this game, I just can't, I can't fucking stop, man. It's like an addiction. It's incredible. And it makes me want to, obviously I want to go back and finish Ori. I was almost done with Ori when I picked up Hollow Knight, and then that happened.
Hollow Knight happened.
Yeah, exactly. But actually what I really want to do, partially because the Metroid characters are my mains in Smash, I want to go to Super Metroid and actually beat that finally. And maybe throw in some Symphony of the Night. I'm just on a fucking Metroidvania kick so hard that I haven't beat either of like the progenitors of this entire genre, so I really want to go back and do that. I feel like I owe it to that genre.
Did you ever play any of the DS Castlevanias?
I played the GBA Castlevania. The one I couldn't fucking see it. It was so dark.
Yeah, I think they had the character in it, but the DS one was Dawn of Sorrow.
Yeah, I never played it. That
one was really good. That was a really good one.
Maybe I'll try to get that used for my 3DS. But I want to go to Super Metroid before I
Super Metroid is it's so good. It's still so good.
I got like halfway through it on my Wii U, and then when you borrowed it or I took it down or whatever, I lost the hard drive, so I don't know where that hard drive is, which has my save on it. Oh. So I just need to start over. It's been a couple of years. Yeah,
I mean, you have it there. You could play it there. You could play it on. Isn't it on the? It's on the SNES Classic.
The Super Metroid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also on my portable 3DS, which is probably where I'm going to play.
That's true. That's probably much better.
I already have it, so that, and then Samus Returns, and then Symphony of the Night I have on my Vita. So I don't know what the hell happened this year, but like all of a sudden I am in love with Metroidvanias, which I obviously didn't play the originals and don't know why, but they're just man. This year Ori, and then this one. I hope you get to good ones. I hope you get to Hollow Knight at some point this year. I don't know if you will this year, but Brad's playing it right now. He's about 8 hours in, and he's not as enamored with it as I am. But I think he's still.
You're not the only person that's just completely enamored with this that I know. So
yeah. I hope not.
I have another friend who's been playing it roughly the same time that you've been playing it. It just absolutely loves Hollow Knight. Just is in love and just singing its praises.
I bought a Hollow Knight t-shirt a couple weeks ago. I don't usually do that unless I love the game. So between Celeste and Hollow Knight this year, that's been my Switch playing. No Nintendo games. It's just been those two indie games.
That's fine.
I'm happy. I'm way happy. So that's what I've been playing, and that's what I'm going to play as soon as I hang up with you.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Oh man, totally. So anything else
I think
this
that's
week?
It for this week.
Cool. What a great week.
Yeah, no, that direct was really good. That was it landed at a perfect time as well. Yeah. And I think next week we're getting pretty close to Gamescom.
Yeah, I think people are leaving this week to go to Gamescom. I don't know if it starts next Monday, maybe.
Because it's always a longer, weirder. Because there's all it's 21st. So it runs the 21st to the 25th, and I think the 24th and 25th are the public days. Because the first number of days of press usually have always been press only. So yeah, we'll probably get some new Cyberpunk news out of that. I'm pretty sure.
Just
general news. They said they're not going to have anything publicly shown again, but
okay.
I have a feeling that they'll be giving more interviews and more discussions. So I'm sure they have a few more things to talk about over the last couple months. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I think next week will be our Gamescom prediction episode, although I don't know if there's really a lot of news that really comes out of Gamescom each year. Maybe I'm wrong and misremembering. But
I don't think there's going to be a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
You'll get some refinement on some E3 presentations, like especially out of the more European company like CD Projekt and Ubisoft.
Gorilla? Probably nothing from Gorilla.
No, probably nothing major out of Sony or anything like that. I bet Ubisoft will show off some more stuff. They usually have a big presence at Gamescom.
Yeah.
But you'll see some of the more indie, the smaller publishers. I bet Paradox will have a bunch of stuff there. They always like to show off a bunch of their strategy games while there. So, Paradox, and what's the company? Are they the company that does the Crusader Kings? Is it Paradox?
Maybe. That sounds familiar to me.
Because they always go deep in there. Yeah, Paradox.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll show off those like big, epic, historical strategy games.
Yeah. Those really dense, deep.
Yep.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, we'll come back next week and can project about Gamescom and talk about if it's something other than Hollow Knight and Dead Cells. I'll be fucking surprised, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, nice talking to you this week, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Later, everyone.
All right, night, folks.